Hola guys and girls, and welcome to the week 2 match of the GBA. We are facing against George, aka SceptileMC, aka the coach of the San Francisco Arcaniners. He came back from a loss last week versus the Milwaukee Bucks. We are currently sitting at the top of the division with our 2-0 win versus the San Francisco Arcaniners. He's currently last, is he last or second to last? I actually don't know, but yeah, we are sitting ahead of him, and if we can win right here, we are looking very good at staying at the number 1 spot in our division. So, me and George have some history together already. We played every season apart from that. Season 5 I won versus him, Season 6 he won versus me, so we are up to Season 7 and I am going for the tiebreaker right here, wrecking him once more and going 2-1 ahead in our overall match history. But yeah, before we look into the whole team, these standard shoutouts at the beginning of the video. Shout out to Berk for joining this team. He's a very nice guy. You know him probably as an analyst from the Pick'em crew. Link to his stuff will be in the description. Great guy. Same goes for Potato Jim, the guy who was kind enough to record this match for me, because probably like most of you know, even though I still get comments asking about that, I do not have a capture card, so I said I can't do live comps. I have to do post comps with friends like Jim helping me out with recording the match for me and then sending me the video file, and then I can do the whole stuff I'm doing right here. So yeah, two great dudes who are helping me out right here. All the links are in the description, give them some love. But yeah, now going into the team, I did of course upload a team builder yesterday, so you can check that out for all in detail. Why this set, why this spread, what is the whole plan of the game. You can check that out there. For all which don't have the time for that or just don't care enough, a quick overrun over my team. First of all, we got physically defensive Donphan, then we got choice scuff near Lego, special defensive Rotom Heat, assault dest offensive Scizor, physically offensive Life Orb Lucario, and Fightium Z shift gear setup Magiana. Looking at his team, he brought the Garchomp, the Mew, the Registeel, the Superior, the Suicune, and the Volcarona. No Togekiss, so basically no good switch into close combat, barring the Mew, so I'm thinking that is probably Fizz Def. Volcarona, I'm a bit surprised to see, but I'm definitely prepared for that heavily, because it's a big threat to my team, but I have a lot of checks for that as well. Superior, probably more bulky for my Crawdont. Suicune, probably just standard Procune, because that's one of the best sets you could bring with me. Then Registeel, probably Spadef, like, I can basically assume that every time someone faces me, he will bring a Steel type as Spadef variant, because there's so many mons on the bitch pressure Steel types on the special side. Ladias, Neolego, Magiana, for example, like my top 3 picks. They all have troubles getting through Steel types, and they're all specially attacking, so they will have a special attacking Steel type with me, so that's nice to prep. And then you have the Garchomp. I don't know yet, I guess it's offensive Garchomp, because the stab coverage just wrecks my team if he's offensive. He may be Scarfed, he may be just Life Orb, Lumberry, something like that, but probably offensive. But looking at his team, I definitely want Rocks up. His only hazard removal is the Mew, and he most likely will lead with his Garchomp. Seeing that Garchomp is his one of his only rocker with. Goddamn, I can't talk today. 1, 2, 3, let's go again. He will most likely lead with Garchomp, because that's his if it's his rocker, it's definitely an offensive rocker which can deal with my team. Registeel, I don't expect to lead, because Donphan is a rather obviously on my part, and I obviously can get some good damage on Registeel, and he still needs that for my Neolego and my Magiana. He could lead with Mew, then I had to scout either way what kind of Mew that is. It's probably, like, looking at team matchup, it's probably physically defensive, because other than that he has like no switch into Lucario. Even Suicune can take 2 close combats after a few rounds of rocks. Same with like the standard Tank Chomp that can take 2 close combats after like 1 round of rocks, I think, anymore. So yeah, it's probably a Fizz Def Mew. Even though he said in his like draft analysis that he wants to bring offensive Mew more often, but looking like Fizz Def Mew here. Superior, I have a nice switch into my Rotom. With Volcarona, I would have a straight switch into my Neolego, because I can't allow this thing to set up. To be fair, I could just first go into Rotom Heat to scout for the hidden power ground as a pivot, because it's Spadef I can take any hit, and then Volt Switch out into my Neolego. But if he goes for 2 Quiver Dances on my Volt Switch, on the second Quiver Dance on my Volt Switch, I am in trouble, so I probably hard switch into Neolego versus that. But yeah, like I said, I want to lead with Garchomp, I want my rocks, I'm facing Volcarona, who doesn't like rocks, so let's go into the match and see what he leads with. A lot of break scheme right here, there we go. We are challenged by Pokemon Trainer George, and he sends out his, what does he send out? His Samehada, which turns out is his Garchomp, so we got the very nice lead match up right here with my Frank the Donphan, which can take any hit from this. Because we are physically defensive, I can easily get at my rocks right here. I don't mind exchanging rocks, because I can Rap Spin right after, because I'm in the Like, I have the better matchup right here, but he goes after me, so that definitely means he goes for the Dragon Tail right here, and I'm already surprised. Dragon Tail, you probably don't see him on an offensive Garchomp, so he's probably more defensive, which surprised me. But yeah, I get Dragon Tail out into my Robin Hood. I just want to go for the Spirit Checker right here. First, gauging the damage, if it's really a defensive Garchomp, or if he is, and so that he can't pull any doubles. And this damage from Dragon Claw already tells me that he is not attack investment, and with this Spirit Checker damage, I can tell that he's actually physically defensive. So I don't know really what the purpose of physically defensive Garchomp was versus my team, because it doesn't like really check most of my physical attackers, bar the Scizor, of course. I could potentially check him with Hidden Power Ice. I just go to my Rotom because I predict him to predict my switch out actually, because obviously I can't defeat him, so he probably would go for Earthquake, but it turns out he goes for Rocks, which is a fine play as well. I can just go straight for the Will-O-Wisp, burning this thing. He goes to the Dragon Claw, gets a decent amount of damage from here, but now I can get the bird on him, and the Garchomp, which was a very big threat to my team before on team preview, is now neutral to basically only being a sack. Getting some, it can still get some decent damage on my team, but not that much anymore with the burn. I just go straight for the Pain Split because I'm predicting here to switch out, and I still want my Rotom at a good amount of health. And yeah, even if he stays in, I can get some little health from Garchomp because Rotom has such little HP set and Garchomp such a high one. Yeah, I get some nice HP back from this Pain Split, get a little damage on the Samahada. I mean, I don't have anything else to touch either way. And he goes for the Dragon Tail. Still recovered a little bit from that exchange, thankfully, and I get Dragon Tail out into my Margiana. So I can easily take a Burnt Earthquake, but I don't want to. I still need to sing at good health to be able to set up versus a multitude of his mons. So I hard switch out here into my Donphan, predicting basically an Earthquake on his part, which I can easily take, and then I can start Rapid Spinning and all this good stuff. But he switched out into his Registeel, not wanting his Garchomp to get any damage, it seems. And I can straight into my Donphan, and I have once again I have a very nice matchup right here versus the Registeel. I don't mind if he Toxics me or Seismic Tosses or Earthquakes or Iron Heads or whatever. I just want to get my spin right here off. Because Garchomp had Rocks, I don't really know if this thing has Rocks as well. My team's not that weak to Stealth Rock that you would play 2 Stealth Rock with me. So I just go straight for Rapid Spin. I could go for Earthquake for some good damage, but I don't really expect him to stay in. And he indeed does switch out, so I can get a very nice Rapid Spin off. He goes into his Suicune, which of course will threaten me out with the Scald. I can, let's see, a lot of pressure, there it is, and I can go for the Rapid Spin. There we go, getting rid of the Rocks right away, so nothing really took too much Rocks damage. Only Donphan took Rocks damage basically from that. He shows leftovers, making you believe that is indeed like a Crocune set or something like that. I switch hard out into my Decidueye because that's the best thing to take on this Suicune. If he goes straight for Calm Mind, I can 2-hit KO with Leaf Blade. And if he goes straight for the Scald, it won't do too much because of my Salt Test. I just have to hope for basically for no burn. And he goes indeed, like you can see, straight for the Calm Mind. So my Crocune prediction seems to be correct. I can just go for Leaf Blade to KO that thing. I can easily take the Scars from this because he's no special attacking and stuff like that, and I can basically go for the free hit KO on this thing. I just have to hope for no burn. Like, there's a 30% chance I lose this exchange, but there's a 70% chance I win. And of course I can always crit with a Leaf Blade, and I do a very good amount of Leaf Blade. I was surprised it did that much to it. He goes for the Ice Beam. I'm not worried I can take a +1 Ice Beam from a Crocune, but turns out he is close to max special attack modest Suicune, so he's not actually Crocune. He has Calm Mind, but he has the Ice Beam and is modest, so he's not even physically defensive. So yeah, sadly my ult goes down there. I got some good damage on the Suicune, and I can just go into my Lucario right here, click Close Combat, and basically get a kill or get huge damage on the Mew, because I still don't know what kind of Mew it is, and I would love to get some damage on his. He goes into his Garchomp, basically sacking it to this Close Combat, because even though it's physically defensive, like I said, Close Combat, it's very easy to hit KO physically defensive Garchomp. So yeah, like I said, I don't really know what the purpose of Fist Death Garchomp var versus my team. I will have to see in his team builder, which of course is not uploaded yet. But yeah, he gets of course some Rough Skin, he gets Rocky Helmet damage, so it turns out he's really the standard Tank Chomp variant, probably some different IVs though. And life of damage, so Lucario is a bit hurt, but Lucario is not built to take any hits either way, so I'm not too scared. He goes into his Mew, and yeah, I predict right here that he probably has something to kill me. He could go for Will-O-Wisp, he could go for Earthquake, he could go for Fire Punch, something like that. I just switch out my Donphan, because Donphan is not that important anymore. His only physical attacker on the team was the Garchomp, and that is gone. So the only thing Garchomp is here basically is to repeatedly get up Rocks in case he should get rid of them, or to spin them away, and both of this he can still do if he gets burned. He shows the Earthquake right here, and from that damage I can tell that he is not physically attack investment, so he is a defensive Mew. Not sure yet though if he's Fist Death or Split Death. He may be Split Death because he did not switch straight into Lucario, but he had, on the other hand, he had a Fist Death Garchomp, so he could be both sides. I know he's defensive, I don't know which side yet. I switch out into my Rotom right here, scouting for the Will-O-Wisp, which he most likely will have, but he goes for the Defog. So I already know he has Earthquake and Defog, probably a recovery move, and then one last move, which is probably a Will-O-Wisp, I would assume. He shows leftovers, and yeah, I get some leftovers on my own, and I just will be going for the Will-O-Wisp right here, trying to get a burn on this Mew, because like I said, if it's Fist Def, it's going to be a trouble for Lucario, if it's Split Def, it's going to be trouble for Neolego and Magiana, so I want to wear this thing down. He chose the U-turn, so he actually does not have the Will-O-Wisp, so with Defog, Earthquake, U-turn, and recovery move, Donphan is a very nice check to that, so Donphan has another useful thing to do. I just go for the Will-O-Wisp. Of course, Mew wouldn't be able to synchronize that on my Roach because of a fire type. He decides to switch into his Suicune. And I can't allow this thing to rest up. I don't have a good switch into this thing anymore, but my Roto, because it's Bedef, can still easily take one of the scores. It's guaranteed to lift one of the scores from the Suicune, so I just go for Volt Switch right here. If I should outspeed, I can kill him. If I don't outspeed, I can take it, get some nice Volt Switch on damage on him. If he should go for rest after Volt Switch, he's in range for close combat from Lucario once more. So either way, this thing is not going out alive out of this exchange. So I just go for Volt Switch, he go for Scald, and he does kill me because he gets an unfortunate critical hit, so my Rotom Gust go down, which is very annoying. I would have loved to still have Rotom around, because he didn't have Willows on me, he only had U-turn, which I resist, Earthquake, which I'm immune to, and Defog and Recovery move. I could easily go on with Rotom every time into Mew and get a nice pace split up, even if I'm at low health. But sadly, he gets that crit. I can now go into my Lucario though and close combat and basically get a kill again, or get some good damage on the Mew and finally know what kind of Mew this thing is. But he decides to just sack a Suicune, and Lucario is getting his second kill, which is very nice. He decides to switch into his Mew right here, I think, once again. I lose, of course, some health because of Life Orb. There we go, into his Mew. And let me pause right here because... Okay, here we are back. Oh, sorry, I misclicked right there. I stopped the recording and not the game. But yeah, like I said, I want to pause it right here because I want to predict a little bit right here. He has shown Earthquake, U-turn, Defog, most likely recovery move. If you're defensive Mew, you will have like Roost, Recover, something like that. Mew has a lot of options right there. But because I know his set, he can't touch my Donphan. I can easily go into Donphan right here and basically get up my rocks once again more. I get some Earthquake damage on him to gauge the damage because it's Earthquake switches. He's still superior, but I could potentially go for Ice Shard, and he doesn't know if I have knockoff or not. Like, Donphan is a very easy switch into this thing, so I predicted to go for the U-turn actually right here. So I'm deciding to stay in with my Lucario right here and go for Iron Tail. Even if he should stay in and go for Earthquake, having basically just attacking what's in front of him, not really wanting to predict me, I will of course die with my Lucario, but I will get a lot of damage with Iron Tail on him. It's like if he's Bedef, it will do over half, and if he's physically defensive, it will do around 30 to 40%. So I will get a good damage on this Mew, and either if he's Fist Def and my Lucario dies, then Lucario was the thing it was supposed to check. Then my Magiana and my Nego have a very nice time versus team because I, of course, have the SceptileMC. So the Registeel is not too much of a problem if that is his only special wall. And if he's Split Def and I get over 50% of this thing, he basically is in range for some of basically the stat moves of my Magiana or the Lego. So this is one of the things I need damage on. Basically, first of all, to scout what kind of Mew he is, and second of all, to basically allow one of my special attackers to sweep in case he is special defensive. So I'm gonna decide to go for the Iron Tail right here to get some good damage on him. I go for the Iron Tail, but I miss after the hit. I miss again, and he decides to go for Earthquake. Oh, the worst possible turn. If we go for Iron Tail, he would have just gone for U-turn. It would have been not as bad because still I have a Lucario on, but he decides to stay in, and I miss the Iron Tail. Come on, I get critted, and I miss the Iron Tail. So the bad luck from last week still continuing through, but we still won last week, so we still definitely have a chance right here. So now I can go into my Donphan, which I thought he would predict on my part. And I can throw off Earthquake right here. I throw off the Rocks right here once more because he still has that Volcarona, and I want my Rocks up. But losing Lucario is a very annoying thing. Basically, not getting anything in return for that. Like, I knew I was playing very aggressive, so I was prepared losing Lucario, but I want at least something in return, like some good management on Mew, for example. But I got nothing. I got punished hard for that play. But yeah, he goes into Volcarona right here, and like I said already in the beginning, this is only one play I can make right here. Hard switching into my Scarf near Lego, because if he goes for HP Ground, I can take this. I can even Choice Specs HP Ground I can take from Volcarona. So if he would really have his prediction pants on and go for Choice Specs HP Ground on my Donphan, I can still take the near Lego and I'll speed him and go for Power Gem. He decides to go for Squiver Dance. I will click Power Gem right here. I will not predict. Even if he goes into Registeel, I don't care. It's a +1 Volcarona, and this is sweeping my team if I don't click Power Gem right here. But I do click Power Gem and I kill the Volcarona. So the Scarf near Lego working out very nice right here. I get my Beast Boost right here, and Volcarona is down. So Now he only got his Mew left, he got his Mew, his Registeel, and his Superior left. So basically his defensive core and Superior, I don't know anything about yet. He goes into his Mew, and I switch out right here, right back into my Donphan once more, because that's my best thing to take this thing on. I can get some Earthquake damage on him. He decides to go for Earthquake right away. So yeah, he keeps just attacking what's in front of him with his Mew. So he's not really predicting too much. So yeah, probably should have. I don't know. I thought George would try to predict me. Who knows? So maybe just he didn't right here. That's basically all I can say. So now I just throw off an Earthquake, either get some good damage on this Mew, and finally figure out if it's a Fizzdeath or a Spidef Mew. So far, he did not allow me to get any damage on him. He goes for another Earthquake. I don't care that much. He only has like Superior and Registeel left. Frank is nice for the Registeel, but with Superior it will just die. So yeah, I just go straight for the Earthquake. And from this damage, I can tell that he's indeed a Spidef Mew. So this Iron Tail miss was even bigger than anticipated. If it would have been Fizzdeath, it would have been less big, of course, but I would have done over 50% of this thing. That means if we just think one turn back, a +1 Power Gem actually would have killed Mew from that range if I would have gotten that Iron Tail damage off him. But yeah, what happens? Bad luck, Pokemon. We know how it goes. But yeah, we still don't lose yet. He only has 3 months left. We have 3 months left as well. He goes for the U-turn right here. I just pick Earthquake once more because now that I know that he's Spidef, I need to have him like around 50% to kill him with After Rocks with a Shadow Ball from my Mirjana. If I'm at +1, I basically get a kill. I just go for Earthquake right here, get some good damage on the Superior. Like this damage, I was surprised. So he seems to be not that bulky. He could still be like just the max HP variant from that damage. I can't really tell with rolls. This was a very low roll. So if he is no HP, that was a low roll. If he was max HP, it was a decent roll. I just go for Ice Shot right here because what Ice Shot allows me now, he's in range of Hidden Power Fire from my Nihilego. And now I can just straight go into my Nihilego. Even if he switches out into his Registeel, I can get some very nice damage with the Hidden Power Fire on that. Basically bring him in range of an Aura Sphere plus Z Aura Sphere, which is what I need to sweep his team. I just need a little bit of damage versus Registeel, and this is basically my game plan right here. Either kill this, but he switched out into this Registeel, which is very nice for me, because now I can get 1 Hidden Power damage. That's all I need, 1 round of Hidden Power Fire damage. Then I can sack this thing through the Earthquake of the Registeel, because, I mean, Registeel was there to check my Nihilego and my Mirjana, so he will definitely have Earthquake. So I can just sack my Nihilego right here to the Registeel, then go into Mirjana, go for 1 Shift Gear, and basically continue to sweep his team. So looking very nice. I can go for second HP Fire right here. Now he's definitely in range of these SceptileMC Aura Sphere. He goes for Thunder Wave first, and I was okay, fine, he has Thunder Wave. Even if he should Thunder Wave my Mirjana later, I can just go for a second Shift Gear and negate that, because Thunder Wave got nerfed to only reducing halving the speed basically. But okay, George, just kill me with Earthquake right here so I can go to Mirjana and sweep his team. I just go for Hidden Power Fire once again because of course locked in, but he switches out into his Mew and he does actually not have Earthquake. George, what are you doing with team building? Tank Shop versus my team. No Earthquake on Registeel. What? It would have O-code. Would have O-code my Nihilego. It does over 30% to my Mirjana, and god damn it, George. God damn it, George. He didn't have Earthquake. So yeah, and now it's looking troublesome. I only have my 2 special attackers left. He has special F Mew in his hand. I just have to hope that he doesn't go for his recovery moves, but yeah, he does. It's Mew. He goes for a recovery move. And now I only have 1 more chance to win, and that is if I get a Spidef drop on this Shadow Ball right here. Come on, Dodge. You got a crit versus me. I missed Iron Shell. The game, you can give me 1 10% chance. He got a 6% chance. He got a 25% chance. You can give me 1 10% chance, right? Game, come on. Give me this Spidef drop on Shadow Ball. If I get this, I can Shift Gear after that and then KO him with another Shadow Ball and still sweep through his team. And we get super effect damage, and we get no Spidef drop. He gets leftovers back. And that is basically GG. That is the 3-0 loss, basically, because I won't be able to kill this Mew. I can just go for another Earthquake. I would go for another Shadow Ball. Even if I get a crit right here and kill this, I am too low health, and the Superior can just outspeed me and kill it with Leaf Storm. My Registeel can even still take a hit. Oh, no, he doesn't. I could actually kill the Registeel. Should go into that and bring it down. But yeah, you go for the Shadow Ball, and just to put more salt in the wood, I get this Spidef drop now where it doesn't matter at all anymore. And yeah, this game just hated me with the hacks in this game. It just hated me, but yeah, you can just go for another Earthquake, kill me off, and then I got a Thunder Wave Nihilego left, which basically will die as well through the Earthquake. I did just go for a Hidden Power Fire with my Nihilego, in case he would switch out to Registeel or Superior, but there's no reason to, like, I basically die to the Earthquake of Mew right here. So yeah, we sadly lose 3-0 in our second match, pretty unlucky. Last week we got unlucky. Thankfully, we could still win this time. The bad luck got the better of us. Of course, I can't say I would have won without the hacks. I throw it down right there. Like I can't say I would have won without the hacks. I can only say it would have been a better, different game and a game with better chances for me to win. Let's say it like that. George would have played differently. I can't just say, okay, with more health I could have done this, blah blah blah. But yeah, this is the 3-0 loss to the San Francisco Arcaniners. So we are currently at -1 differential. Would have been +1 differential actually if it wasn't for the crit last week. But yeah, we are 1-1. Still everything in the clear. We can still easily get in the playoffs. Only week 2 we are 1-1. Not too big of a struggle right there. Just one thing I want to address, because some people might call it out in the comments. Where do we got this turn? Where do we have to turn Near Lego was superior? So yeah, on this turn, I actually choked the game away. I could have won this game still. Even with all the hacks versus me, I could have still won this game if I would have played it differently. And that is in this turn. My Frank feints right here. If I would have gone into Margiana right here, I could have taken a +2 hidden power fire. He had hidden power fire. We talked after the match. And we talked after the match, he's fully physically, especially offensive. He has no HP investment. But the problem was I didn't know that. If I would have known that he's fully specially offensive with just speed, like no HP investment, I couldn't tell from the damage because Donphan dies to any variant of superior. He could even be minus Protect Nature, at least I would have killed my Donphan right there. But if I would have known that, I could have gone to Margiana right here, go for Shift Gear, get Hidden Power Fire, does around 50%, and then I can just go for Aura Sphere to kill this thing, because I know Dazzling Gleam would kill this thing too, but if I go for Dazzling Gleam, he switches into his Registeel, I can't kill him anymore with a Z Aura Sphere. I need standard Aura Sphere damage before I can kill him with a Z Aura Sphere. And that would, other than that, if he would have gone for Hidden Fire, it would be a 50%. He goes for Earthquake with his Registeel. I am at 20%, and then he goes for Earthquake again, so basically he kills me. So I would have had to go for the Aura Sphere, either killing Superior or killing the Registeel in 2 hits with his Aura Sphere and Z Aura Sphere. Sadly, I did not do that because I did not know if the Superior was bulky or not. If he was bulky, obviously I wouldn't be able to kill him, so I wasn't comfortable with doing a prediction, and like I said, I was very sure he would have Earthquake on Registeel. Why do you not put Earthquake on Registeel? God damn it. He said he did it for Ladias, so he can't, because he couldn't touch Ladias otherwise, because he still can put Seismic on that. It did work out in the end. I did not quite agree with that team building, but it did work out for him, and yeah, not Earthquake on Registeel. What can I say? But yeah, that is all for this for this battle. I will leave George's battle in the description, not his battle, his channel in the description, so you can check out his side of the battle. And yeah, definitely worth a watch. I can guarantee you. And yeah, definitely check out the other guys I shouted out at the beginning. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Buy a shirt. You can actually still buy the Borussia Donphan t-shirts and all from all the other coaches in the GBA. They still have our fan shop. Link to that is in the description. So if you're a fan of any team, preferably the Donphans, of course, you can buy a shirt a fan shirt right there and show your support. But yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you another time. Ciao.